Hello there, my name's Steve and I'm from Emanuel Church, Duffield. I have here a picture to show you. It's a representation of the Ark of the Covenant. This Ark stood in the Holy of Holies in Jerusalem. It's basically a gold line box which contains, amongst other things, the Ten Commandments. On top of the box there's a gold lid which is known as the mercy seat, and above the mercy seat there are two gold statues of cherubim. And there's an amazing symbolism to this. The two cherubim symbolize the gaze of God, looking down onto the Ten Commandments. And the Ten Commandments represent the law, and the law represents the sin of the people, because the people could never attain to the full commands of the law. And so the law, the Ten Commandments, represents the sin of the people. And for 364 days every year, the cherubim, representing God's gaze, gaze down upon the sin of the people. But on one day, the Day of Atonement, the high priest would enter the Holy of Holies, and he would take some of the blood of the sacrificial lamb that had been used to atone for the sin of the people, and he would pour it out on the mercy seat. And the effect of that was to blot out symbolically God's gaze upon the sin of the people. The blood would cover the sin of the people, and the people were atoned, but only for that one day. The writer to the Hebrews in Hebrews 10 tells us this: the law is only a shadow of the good things that are coming, not the realities themselves. For this reason it can never, by the same sacrifices repeated endlessly year after year, make perfect those who draw near to worship. Day after day, every priest stands and performs his religious duties. Again and again, he offers the same sacrifices which can never take away sins. But when this priest had offered for all time one sacrifice for sins, he sat down at the right hand of God. This priest, of course, is Jesus, whose blood blots out and forgives our sin and opens the way of salvation forever by his one-time sacrifice on the cross. But note the response to this amazing gift that the writer to the Hebrews says we should have. In response to this wonderful, wonderful, amazing sacrifice which takes away our sins and opens the gate of heaven for us, he says this: let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another. So today, let's thank God for his amazing gift of salvation. But let that spur us on to keep going, to be encouraged, to go deeper into Jesus, but also to encourage one another, to spur one another on in the faith. Be encouraged today and see if you can find someone to encourage in the faith. And may God bless us all.